3, 2, 1. So when we do less, we're counting backward, aren't we? Well, then I went to Petco. I do not know why. I cannot figure out why in the world Petco would ever sell these. It is the creature I am more frightened of than anything. The creature that frightens me right out of my skin.
And we learned about them here in class. We did a whole week.
I'll give you a hint.
Miss Lance doesn't like them either.
I have been bitten by one and gotten very sick.
That guy.
But anyway, what would be the creature, do you think, Whisper Jump Martin, what do you think Mrs. Ladler is more scared of than any other creature? What? Just take a guess. Okay, right now. Oh, good job. I'll give you a hint. I'll hold a snake. I will pick up a snake. I will hold a snake. I will let a snake in my house. So it's not a snake. What do you think the creature is that I'm afraid of? Someone who's holding up their hand. Bella. Well, remember though, I don't know Petco. Would Petco have lions?
I don't know. I've only ever seen a lion at the zoo.
No,
Those are kind of scary.
I don't think Petco has lions.
They say roar.
Oh, what do you think? Why would Petco ever sell a spider? I don't know. But how many legs does a spider have?
Show us on your fingers. Show us on your fingers.
Oh, yes, a spider has 8 legs. 8 scary legs. But I'm a Petco,
How about
and they told me they want me to count all the legs on those spiders. Are they crazy? But I can't start with 1. What number do you think I have to start with?
2?
How many legs does a spider have?
No, it's a lot of spiders.
Now you're all worked up. So if they have 8 legs, where do we start counting?
Thank you, I got choked up.
Where's 8 start
Where do you
counting?
start with 8?
You're
You're counting things with 8. Where would you start counting?
Everyone tell us.
1? Would you start counting at 1?
No.
We already know it has how many legs? 8. You already know
Would you start
it.
at?
I'm going to start counting with 8. They think I am, anyway. So what would come after 8?
7.
I'm counting on.
1.
Counting on. 1 more.
What's 1 more leg?
1 more than 8 would be 9. Now, if I were counting backwards to find 1 less, what would be 1 less than 8?
7.
It would be 7. So now we have a little series here of 7, 8, 9. If I count backwards, it's 9, 8, 7.
Wait, 5.
Well, then, in my crazy mind, I imagined a new creature, never seen before, but invented in the crazy mind of Mrs. Lavender. This is a creature that has 14 squishy, ishy, gooey legs. 14 of them. So if I'm going to start counting the legs, but can I start with 1?
No.
No. Because it has 14 legs, I am starting with 14. What would come after, if I counted on, what would come after 14?
15. 15 legs.
It would be 15. So if I have 14, I want to put 15.
Are you seeing what she's doing?
Does anybody want?
What's happening? Is Miss Lavender right?
Yeah, she's right. I think she's
Oh,
right.
Mrs. Sims thinks she's right.
Yeah.
I know, it was 7, 8, 9, 15.
15.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 15?
That's right.
Oh.
Did I make a mistake?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yes.
10.
In my class, they would have let me know right away. Oh, Mrs. Lavender!
What are you thinking?
So you were just being polite, right? You didn't want to tell
Yeah,
me
yeah, what hurt my feelings, that's right. You know, politeness. So I have 14, and we said that counting on, after 14 comes 15. Now, if I am counting backwards, 15, 14, what would be?
15.
How do you know it's 13? Are you just good counting backwards, or do you have another way you're figuring it out too?
Counting backwards.
Any other ways?
I just match up the 3 with the 3 above it.
Oh, okay, so she again is using those patterns. And maybe even if you were looking up here and we were going 14, 15, 14,
13.
you might use the number chart. And you would match up those numbers. That's another way to do it. So there are different ways to find answers, aren't there? And maybe you do it differently than someone else. And so we decided it would be 13. So we have 13, 14, 15. Let's count it backwards. 15,
14, 13.
That's amazing.
Okay, everyone really quick stand up. We're gonna hop up and down 10 times. Ready, hop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, sit. Give Miss Dillian's her best. Learning position.
That was fast. I couldn't even get that written down before you guys were already back in your seats. Good job. All right, so now we have a lot of our numbers written down. You did a really good job of filling those in with Mrs. Lavender. We still have some holes. You think we can fill out the rest? Can we fill in all these empty spots? Well, before we do that, do we have any patterns that we can use to help us?
Yes.
Lucy was talking about patterns. Mrs. Lavender, Ms. Hanson talked about patterns. Is there patterns we know that can help us fill in blank numbers? Whoops. Yes, counting forwards. Nevaeh?
I'm using the same number on the calendar, but 4 and 4 and
Very good. So this just repeats. Do you see how it repeats? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We go back to
10.
Well, we go back to, remember
the
what?
zero's missing here, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We go back to
0.
0, and then we go down here and it's, oh, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Goes back to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0. It repeats. It goes 0 to 9, and then it starts all over again. So there's some patterns. So let's practice. We're going to count before we fill it in, okay? We're going to count starting at 1, right?
Oh, what's the number before 1?
0, right? We have to start at 0 because 0 is a number. So we're going to count. Ready? 0,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Good job. Can we count backwards? Do you think you can count backwards? Especially since the number's gone. What was the last number we just said?
17.
Is it still in your head? Good, 17. We're going to start counting from 17 backward. That's different because normally my class counts back from 20. I don't know about you guys, so that's going to be kind of tricky. Let's try it. Ready? 17?
I counted
We're going
that
this way. 17.
16,
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0. Well, I counted backwards from 100.
You guys are so smart. There's no tricking you. So are we ready to fill it in?
You counted backwards from 100.
You can count backwards from 100. Wow,
61.
that's impressive. Okay, so what did we say our first number in the counting sequence is?
0.
0. Good job. So we have to put that 0 in there, and we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Good job. 7, 8, 9,
10.
Now how do I write a 10 again?
1 is a 0.
And a 0, that's right. Very good.
11.
Not 0, 1, right? 1, 0.
That'd be
What
1.
comes after 10? 10,
11.
1, and a
1.
remember that pattern. 0, 1, 11, 12. Good. 13, 14, 15,
16.
16. Right?
No. There's a light there.
Right? It's
No.
16, right? That's 16.
No.
Say, what number is that?
61.
61. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The order matters, right? We got to put the right order. Let's fix that. 16. What comes after 16?
17.
Good job. You guys are super duper smart.
And then
All right.
blank.
Well, you know what?
We did a
My question for you is this. Do you think that this pattern works with big numbers?
Yes.
Well, you know what? That's what we're investigating today. Our big question is, can we use these patterns when we're looking at big numbers? That's what we're going to work on.
Like 100.
Like 100. So we're going to see. So we actually have a really fun story. We talk about centipedes and little creatures and lots of legs. We're going to write a story called Centipedes 100 Shoes. Are you ready? You look ready. How do you show me you're ready? How do you look when it's about time to read a story? Oh, very good. Hands to your lap. Be quiet. Perfect.
So we already talked about that a centipede has how many feet? 100. Do you guys think that a centipede has 100 feet on one side and none on the other, and he walks like this?
No.
Or 1 and 1. We've done this before. Remember, we talked about equal groups. He has 1 foot on the right and 1 foot on the, and 1 foot on the, and 1 foot on the. Okay, so he probably has equal feet on both sides. Who knows? Don't shout it out. What's halfway from 100? Someone said when we were counting, what's that number? What is it? So I bet he has 50 feet on the right and 50 feet on the.
I think we were halfway there.
Ow! The little centipede was not looking where he was going, and he hurt his toe. But which one? Not this one or this one? Mom will know. Mom's know everything. I'll kiss it back, said Mom. Is it this one? Or this one? Or this one? This one? This one? Or this one? We got a lot of feet to check. At last, Mom found the hurt toe and kissed it back. Tomorrow, you must get some. What do we wear on our feet? Shoes, she said. Early the next morning, the little centipede's mom took him to. Where would you buy shoes? The shoe store. 100 shoes, please, said the little centipede. 50 left ones and 50. So were we right? There's 50 on each side?
Yeah.
Yeah. But why do you want 100? Asked the shoe seller. Because I'm a centipede, which means I have 100 feet, said the little centipede. Eyes on me. Do you want lace-ups or buckles? Asked the shoe seller. Lace-ups, please, said the little centipede. Lace-ups are more cool now. How many of you have shoelaces on your shoes right now? Raise your hand. How many of you have buckles on your shoes right now? Lucy does, Jocelyn does, Cooper does. Yep, you guys have buckles. So the little centipede tried on shoes until he found ones that he liked. And the shoe salesman wrapped them up. How long do you guys think it would take to wrap up that many shoe boxes?
An hour.
I don't know.
A long 100 hours.
The next day, the little centipede put on his shoes. It took a long time. Then he had to tie up all of the laces. And when at last he finished, he had 58 shoes left over. How many feet does he have?
100.
Huh. That's because most centipedes have only 42 legs, said his granddad. We're starting to see those numbers don't match up, do they? And then it was bedtime and time to start taking the shoes off
It
again.
took him 10 minutes.
I don't know, he looks pretty tired, doesn't he?